Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've been feeling like the world is shifting under your feet lately and sensing that change is upon us, you're not imagining it. This July, something truly rare is unfolding in the cosmos, a special planetary pattern called the Barbault Basket. And between July 19th and July 23rd, it reaches its strongest point. I've been so excited to talk about this with you because it really feels like a genuine turning point for humanity. Not just another transit, but the dawn of something more hopeful, the dawn of a new age. So let's unpack what this means for us, for the collective, and for the future we're all co-creating together. So first of all, what is the Barbault Basket? It's a rare geometric formation created by the slow-moving outer planets, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, coming together in a beautiful basket or cradle shape in the sky. It was named after the brilliant French astrologer Andre Barbault, who spent his entire life studying the long planetary cycles of the outer planets. He created something called the cyclic index, which was basically a statistical way to map history and forecast major global events. And honestly, he was eerily accurate. Barbault predicted the fall of the Soviet Union down to the date by tracking the Saturn-Neptune cycle. He knew to pinpoint exact dates in the late 80s as a massive restructuring time. And in 2011, he wrote about a severe global pandemic threat and health crisis that would take place around 2020 and 2021, which he tied to specific Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter alignments. We all remember what we experienced with the COVID pandemic and how much the world changed as a result. Well, Barbault died in 2019 before he could see this prediction come to light. But his legacy is no doubt built on his incredible ability to see the bigger rhythms of time. And here's what gives me chills. Barbault also wrote about this exact moment, July 2026, and the Barbault Basket. He saw it as the beginning of a new positive age for humanity. He believed it would trigger a massive historical reset, leading to world reorganization, greater global unity, and a better standard of living, especially for those who have been struggling. He pointed out that the 2026 alignment of the outer planets at 4 degrees would usher us into a collective humanity, one that emphasizes shared interests and mutual support for the greater good of mankind. Now let's look at what's actually happening astrologically, because this alignment is incredibly special and honestly one of the most important of the 21st century. So around July 19th to the 23rd, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus will all be at 4 degrees in fire and air signs, forming a basket shape with harmonious aspects to one another, trines and sextiles. The only tense aspect is Jupiter opposing Pluto, but even that feels so purposeful. This opposition lights up the axis of me versus we, or in other words, individual needs versus collective needs, personal expression versus community expression. So this 4-degree opposition is perfectly timed with the lunar nodes shifting into Aquarius and Leo on July 26th, which will direct our collective focus away from ego-driven recognition and personal glory and steer us instead towards community-centered innovation and humanitarian service. So this Aquarius and Leo polarity will be central to all of us over the next 18 months, while the nodes transit through these signs, pointing us toward a new future and asking us to release our karmic past. This, think of this as though humanity's compass is changing. Where we're going and what we're moving away from is the work of the lunar nodes. So it's like the universe is saying it's time to move from individual, self-serving focus into something much greater, much more collective, much more collectively oriented and humanitarian. And I'll have a full video on the lunar nodes changing signs coming out soon. So while Jupiter and Pluto are opposing each other, they are forming harmonious aspects to Uranus at 4 degrees Gemini and Neptune at 4 degrees Aries. So they are all speaking to each other. Jupiter in fiery, heart-centered Leo, Uranus in innovative Gemini, Neptune in pioneering Aries, and Pluto in visionary Aquarius. So much fire and air energy, so much potential. Now, this combination is sparking big intellectual leaps, technological breakthroughs, creative leadership, and brand new collective dreams. Think of as above, so below. When these outer planets speak to each other in this rare formation, we all feel it on the ground. We evolve, we change beyond who we've been. So because these planets are generational planets, because they move so slow, this isn't just a personal moment, it's a global and generational shift. We're watching the larger cycles of time turn, and we're stepping into a new era together. We are all changing at a rapid rate. So what does this mean for you personally? Well, take a moment and really tune in. Let's ask yourself, where have you been feeling called to express yourself differently, maybe more creatively and authentically? Where are you ready to contribute to your community in a much bigger way? This energy supports heart-led action and innovative ideas that don't just serve you, but serve and uplift everyone. So this energy asks you, are your actions benefiting just you, or are you acting in a way that benefits the whole, planet Earth and all living things? This is an invitation to dream new dreams, to come up with a more expansive and creative vision for the future, while also staying grounded in what truly matters, which is connection, compassion, and building a more hopeful future. So I'd really love to hear from you in the comments. How are you feeling during this Barbault Basket energy? What shifts are showing up in your life? And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're part of this community. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm just really excited to be able to keep exploring these powerful astrological moments together. So I'll be back soon to talk a little bit more about how this energy will show up for you in your individual birth chart. But until then, trust the timing of your life. The planets are aligning in beautiful ways. Sending you so much love. Take care.